name is Jasmine, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Renewal Rising. I'm here to do a tarot reading on Chiron going direct, and so we're just going to get into it for the collective. So I have this deck here called The Witch's Wisdom Oracle by Barbara Meikle-Johnfrey and Flavia Kate Peters, and we're just going to find out what the spirit guides have to say. So Chiron in astrology represents the wounded healer. So it has been retrograde for the last 5 months. And so we've been really soul searching and doing a lot of healing. So we're finally coming out of that. So that's exciting. Starting December 15th when Chiron went direct. And sometimes it takes a minute for the messages to come, so thank you for your patience. Woo, there it is. Okay. All right, so we have balance coming in. So balance is being restored. We've been in this really dark place. This year has been quite dark, so there's definitely brightness that's returning. So balance is being restored in our lives, so that's nice. Nice to hear. We have a homecoming. It's kind of like returning home to a part of ourself after you get rid of all that ick. We are returning to ourself. What's left after you get rid of all of that yucky stuff. This is the familiar and the guardian. Let me get some more clarification on that one. And just that sometimes the messages take me a minute to receive. And then we have our goddess, the divine feminine, coming back. And that's really important with our healing, all in our heart and the emotional work and all of that kind of stuff. That's a very deep feminine energy there with that. And so the goddess rising. Get some clarification on this card here. And what I'm noticing about the frog is the frog is able to leap to where it wants to go. And it can jump to far places in just one jump. So there's something also I'm sensing here with the frog as we get ready to leap into our new life and getting ready to leap into the new things that we want to create for ourselves. And when I was asking for clarification, this is the card that came up, which is fire and passion, but I'm also seeing the phoenix rising here from the ashes. So this is like a rebirth from ourself. Rebirth and getting ready to jump into where we're going, and we're freed from the things of the past as we move from the dark into the light and restore that balance. And the familiar as we're returning home to ourselves as well. And we've got the goddess holding it down for us there. Okay, I'm going to use another deck here. This is the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. And ask for some guidance as we move through this transit of Chiron going direct for the collective. Some guidance for Chiron direct. Okay. Oh, this black cat. There's a black cat here. You see that? So this black cat is definitely got something to say. And black cats are usually associated with witches and with magic. So I would say that this black cat is telling us to find the magic from within ourselves so that we're getting ready to leap into where we want to go. And then we also have this woman holding a coin. So this is just like new ways of maybe making money. A lot of people are switching jobs and things of that nature right now, finding out different ways that we can make money as we move into this new world. that we live in, and returning to the magic of ourselves and following our intuition. So remembering to follow into our tuition or calling upon Archangel Metatron to help guide us through these times. But your intuition knows the way. So following your inner guidance system as you make choices moving forward. And there's this card of attachment. I think letting go of the old as we come into the new. And the Phoenix rising. So remember the things that we're going into and this magic that we're creating for ourselves and tapping into the magic for ourselves. That we have to let go kind of certain things, of the way things were. So our attachments aren't going to help us go where we need to go. They're going to hold us back. So we need to let go of our attachments of things so that we can enter to the light that's coming. And the goddess again. And the moon. So there's this full moon here. So I'm sensing that there's something really important on the full moon coming up in a couple weeks. We just had the new moon solar eclipse. So so this next full moon, which is also nearer around the time of the winter solstice and the grand conjunction, is also like a really important time, but really tapping into the moon energy and really using the moon in our favor as far as like moving forward, so we can really use the guidance system of the moon and connecting in with the goddess and the divine feminine, as the feminine lives within all of us, whether we are, however we identify with ourselves. We all have masculine and feminine qualities within each one of us. So returning to the divine feminine within yourself, and very associated with the healing that we've been doing as well. And being gentle with ourselves and nurturing with ourselves. Okay, and we have this deck here, The Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. I'm very connected to the fairy realm, and so fairies are important guides for me. So it's easy for me to connect with them. So we're going to get a message from our fairies as we move through this time of Chiron going direct. And sometimes it takes a minute for the messages to come, so I appreciate your patience. There we are. Okay. There we go. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. There we are. I'm also seeing that if we're looking for answers for something, that also these answers may be in nature and finding nature and the signs of nature. So, but we're also in quarantine, so it might also be looking something up online or something like that, or a book. But I'm also noticing that she's out here in nature. She's not inside. So there's definitely something where answers that we're seeking also can be found in nature or through the signs when you're out in nature. Okay, and this is Guardian Angels. Message from our Guardian Angels. So we're going to find out what they have to say. This deck is so awkwardly shaped. Little hearts. But they're tricky to shuffle. Okay. Alright, message from our angels. There we are. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should do. Yeah, so I'm going back to like your intuition, and then also the goddess energy of following your heart there. Your heart always knows. Your heart always knows. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. That was tarot reading for Chiron in direct. And thanks for visiting my YouTube channel, Renewal Rising. I'll see you next time.